Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will be taking a look at one of the biggest myths in modern culture. The myth of the alpha male. Ever heard the term alpha male? And wondered what it really means? Stay tuned as we take a peek inside, and do our best at breaking the myth of the alpha male, along with exploring how real strength doesn't need the alpha male mentality. This term is tossed around a lot, often painting a picture of a dominant, strong guy who always leads the pack. But is that all there is to it? The truth is, this idea of the alpha male is more of a myth than reality. It's not about being the biggest or the loudest. True strength and leadership come from understanding, empathy, and connection. Let's take a closer look and get a better understanding of the myth of the alpha male. The term alpha male has its roots in animal behavior studies, initially describing the dominant male in a group of animals. This concept was popularized by ethologist Konrad Lorenz in the 1930s, who observed that in certain species, the strongest male was often considered the leader. Over time, this idea was applied to human social structures, where it took on a life of its own, often emphasizing traits like confidence, assertiveness, and success. However, the simplistic view of the alpha male as merely a dominant figure overlooks the complexity of human interactions and the diverse ways masculinity can be expressed. In many cultures, the alpha male is seen as the epitome of masculinity. This image is often characterized by physical strength, dominance, and control. Yet, this portrayal can be misleading. Not every alpha male fits the mold of a successful leader. In fact, some may struggle in leadership roles due to a domineering nature or an unwillingness to listen to others. The alpha male stereotype often fails to account for the importance of empathy and vulnerability, which can be crucial in genuine leadership. The media plays a significant role in reinforcing the alpha male stereotype. Movies, TV shows, and advertisements frequently depict alpha males as the ultimate real men, using power and intimidation to get what they want. This portrayal can lead to a narrow understanding of masculinity, promoting toxic behaviors such as aggression and misogyny. By presenting an incomplete picture, the media perpetuates the myth that being an alpha male is synonymous with being a leader, ignoring the multifaceted nature of true strength and leadership. It's important to remember that the concept of the alpha male is not a one-size-fits-all. By challenging these stereotypes, we can embrace a more inclusive view of masculinity, one that values empathy and emotional intelligence as much as traditional notions of strength. Let's take a look at the psychological impact of chasing alpha status. Trying to be the alpha male is like being in a never-ending race. You always have to be on top, showing strength and power. This can be really stressful. Imagine walking into a room and feeling like you need to be the best, the strongest, the most assertive. It's exhausting and keeps you on edge all the time. This constant competition is mentally draining. You're always looking over your shoulder, worried someone might outshine you. It's a heavy burden, and it can lead to serious stress and anxiety. Keeping up a tough exterior is another challenge. Many feel they need to look invincible, but inside, they're just as vulnerable as anyone else. This facade is tiring and can make you feel isolated. When you're always pretending to be strong, you can't show your true self. You miss out on real connections because you're too busy playing a role. Chasing the alpha status often means looking for approval from others. It's like a drug. You get a high when you receive validation, but it's temporary. Soon you're back to feeling insecure and need another hit of approval. This cycle is never-ending and leaves you feeling empty. Relationships based on this need for validation are often shallow and lack depth. They don't provide the emotional support that leads to true fulfillment. Instead, they make you question if people are with you for who you are, or just for the status you represent. The quest for alpha status can bring temporary thrills but won't lead to lasting happiness. It's about shifting your mindset. Stop chasing external validation and start looking inward. Understand and address your deeper insecurities. Build relationships that are based on genuine connection, not power dynamics. Next up, redefining true strength and leadership. True leadership isn't about being the loudest person in the room, or bowing down to your Neanderthal mentality/behavior and allowing it to overrule decent human behavior. It's about balancing strength with empathy and compassion. Real strength is shown through understanding and supporting others, not by dominating them. Leaders who can show empathy build trust and create a positive environment. Think about it. Would you rather follow someone who listens and cares about your needs, or someone who only thinks about their own power? Emotional intelligence is a game changer in leadership. It means being aware of not just your own emotions but also those of others. Leaders with high emotional intelligence can navigate complex social situations and make better decisions. They can identify when someone is struggling and offer support, creating a more cohesive and supportive environment, be it with family, friends, work, or society in general. Building genuine connections is key to effective leadership. When leaders focus on creating real relationships, they foster a sense of community and belonging. This involves listening, being present, and showing genuine interest in others' well-being. By prioritizing these relationships, leaders can inspire loyalty and collaboration, resulting in a more productive and harmonious environment. Embracing vulnerability is a powerful asset that can redefine strength in leadership. It enables leaders to create genuine connections, inspire trust, and foster a supportive environment. Embracing vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength that builds bridges and opens doors to deeper understanding and cooperation. Next up, embracing a healthier masculinity. Toxic masculinity has been a buzzword for a while now, but what does it really mean? It's about those old school ideas that men should be tough, aggressive, and unemotional. Moving away from this mindset opens doors to healthier, more fulfilling lives. It's not about losing strength, but redefining it. By letting go of the need to dominate, men can find genuine connections and lead with empathy. Recognize the signs of toxic behavior in yourself and others. Encourage open conversations about emotions and mental health. Support initiatives that challenge traditional gender roles. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a strength. When men allow themselves to be vulnerable, they open up to real growth and self-awareness. This means understanding your own emotions and not being afraid to show them. It's about being honest with yourself and others. Embracing vulnerability can lead to deeper relationships and a more authentic life. Practicing mindfulness and reflection. A great way to do this is by seeking feedback from trusted friends or mentors. Engage in activities that promote emotional growth, like therapy or journaling. A healthy masculinity is about integrating all parts of yourself. This means acknowledging and accepting your strengths, weaknesses, and everything in between. It's about being whole and not just focusing on one aspect, like physical strength or success. Balance work, relationships, and personal interests. Celebrate both big and small achievements. Men Enough campaign encourages men to express emotions healthily, embrace vulnerability, and show care for others. By embracing a healthier masculinity, men can live more balanced and fulfilling lives. It's about moving past stereotypes and creating a new narrative that includes empathy, vulnerability, and genuine connection. And lastly, let's discuss the future of masculinity in society. The old school image of the alpha male is slowly fading, and it's about time. Men are shaking off the pressure to dominate, and instead are learning to connect on a deeper level. This shift is crucial for building a more equal society. By breaking down these stereotypes, we can create a world where men feel free to express their emotions without fear of judgment. This change doesn't just benefit men, it helps everyone by promoting more understanding and cooperation between genders. Masculinity isn't one size fits all, it's diverse, just like the men who embody it. Society is starting to embrace this diversity, allowing men to express themselves in ways that feel authentic to them. Whether it's through fashion, careers, or hobbies, men are finding new ways to showcase who they are. This acceptance of diverse expressions helps dismantle the rigid expectations that have long constrained men's identities. Encouraging emotional expression, supporting varied interests and passions, valuing mental and emotional strength over just physical prowess. Education is the key to changing how masculinity is perceived. By teaching young boys that it's okay to be vulnerable and empathetic, we set the stage for a future where men are not boxed in by outdated stereotypes. Schools and communities play a vital role in this transformation, offering programs and discussions that highlight the importance of emotional intelligence and empathy. This proactive approach will help nurture a generation of men who are comfortable with their emotions and respectful of others. As we redefine masculinity, let's remember that true strength lies not in dominance, but in the ability to understand and connect with others. By embracing these changes, we're paving the way for a more compassionate and inclusive society. For more on how redefining masculinity involves a complex journey influenced by societal shifts, check out related discussions on our website, selfstalker.com. We've come to the end of this video. A lot of thought went into creating this little project. We here at Self-Stalker felt it was a topic that needed covering. And I hope I did a good job presenting the information. I want to wrap things up by highlighting a few important points. Based on what we have covered, it's very clear that the old school idea of the alpha male just doesn't cut it anymore. That old model is based on savage animal behavior, which is most definitely not a good fit in a complex human society. Being a real leader isn't about being the loudest or the toughest guy in the room. It's about showing up with empathy, kindness, and a willingness to connect with others. When you let go of the need to dominate and start focusing on building genuine relationships, you find a strength that's way more fulfilling. So, next time you hear someone bragging about being an alpha, remember that true strength comes from being real, not from putting on a show. Embrace who you are, with all your quirks and emotions, and you'll find a happiness that's genuine and lasting. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. We are trying to build our channel in hopes of helping as many as we can.